Happy July 4th.
Again?
Again, here from the All Things Fun Vidcast. I'm your host, Ed Evans. I'm here with my co-hosts, Allison Eckel and Glenn Walker. And
Sunday was National Canada Day.
Yes. I heard that somewhere. I was really certain that only mattered to people who did Canadian Vidcast, though.
You got it right this time. Deja vu.
All over again.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's July 4th. That means in a little bit at noon on July 4th, we're going to start our All Things Fun Roll the Die this 4th of July sale. So if you're in the area, it's worth coming out. It's very cool.
That sounds so cool.
It's just going to be fun. So we are going to be open this July 4th, which we normally aren't. And if you can't get away, which is probably the case for a lot of folks, it's on a Wednesday this year. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Maybe nothing until the evening with fireworks. Well, come on down. We're going to open. We'll be open 12 to 8. And then everything on the store is on sale. Everything's on sale. Yep.
Everything's on sale.
Everything's on sale, at least 10% off. Then you get up to the register with your purchases. We ring it all up, and then you roll the die. And depending on the number you get, you get a chance of getting even more. It'll be, we swap that 10, make it 20, or maybe even 30. So it's very cool. For more details, on our website, allthingsfun.net. We'll show you how it all works. Again, it's a one-day sale, just the 4th of July, so come on down. All the action starts at noon. And then next week, there's just so much stuff going on. You've got July 11th is the release of The Walking Dead 100.
Right.
And that Tuesday night, the day before, we're going to have a Walking Dead 100 midnight release event.
Ooh.
We just cleared that with Image, so it's very exciting.
Come as the undead?
There will be a costume contest. Come as the undead, or come as your favorite Walking Dead character. So that'll be cool. There's some prizes for the best characters who come out. And of course, you'll get first crack at all the cool variants that we'll have as well. First come, first serve. You'll only get your packs of where was the 8.
How many are there?
I think there's 8 standard variants, a chromium, and then which is a little rarer and more expensive, and then a 1 in 200 sketch variant as well. All kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. So, but we will have for a limited time. We will have packages of the standard variants all together, so you can get everything you want in one shot. Nice. So that'll be cool. So that'll be Tuesday night. We'll open our doors at 11:30, and then at 12:01. Which is technically Wednesday, July 11th, we will then sell Walking Dead 100. So that'll be cool. Yeah, there's a lot going on, That, and then there's all kinds of cool books out.
Yeah.
So let's go there. I'm just gonna.
Well, there's a major book out there.
There's
You've
a
been
major
over
book.
there just going, wow,
I took it. They wanted it, but I took it. I did.
Shop owner prerogative.
I did. I rarely play that card. This week I did, and I'm glad I did. So here's the deal. I enjoy all comics. I'm not necessarily a Batman fan. I'm probably more of a Green Lantern fan. So when I picked this up, I'm like, I enjoy John's. I'll see how it is. So it's pretty clean. Wasn't expecting much. I'm not inclined to like Batman. I've gotten a handful of pages into it, and I had to stop because it was so good. I want to go back and read what I'd already read.
He's talking so fast.
I am.
That's how
so excited
he is.
I am. It's a fantastic book.
If you kept reading, your head would explode.
Yes, I think I would have, from all the goodness that's in this book. So it is very cool. It is not at all like the other Superman book, which did very well. Earth 1 Superman did fantastic. I think this is going to do even better by Jeff Johns, so you're going to love it. It is a different telling on Batman, and so far fantastic. Definitely worth checking out. If it's anything like standard DC fare, it will go out of stock and be hard to get for a little while until they can reprint it. So get it quick, call your comic shop, or even better, call All Things Fun and get yourself a copy.
So while Allison talks about Batman, could you pass that over?
Sure.
There you go.
Allison, why don't you start?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the new from DC Comics this week. We have the start. I'm going to bring up the starts of number 11s. We're in number 11.
We're in 11.
It's July, so yeah, it's 11 time.
There's a bunch of new 52s, but I don't want to start there. I want to start Earth 2 instead.
Okay.
So we have number 3s
okay.
of Earth 2. Earth 2, number 3. We have a little bit more about Alan Scott takes up the green, and
we've got the origin of Alan Scott.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
And information about what this green power is. It's different from Hal's green power.
Well, it's also markedly different from the original Green Lantern origin.
There you go.
The Golden Age, Alan Scott.
Yeah, so they're rewriting origin stories for the Earth 2.
I thought, well, the Flash is completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know Hulk Girls yet or the Atoms,
Right.
which are coming up.
We meet Hawkgirl and the Flash have interaction and little training.
Interaction, they have combat is what they have.
Yeah, which is fun, and some name dropping of characters that we'll encounter in the future.
What's interesting about Green Lantern here,
Yes.
in the original origin, it starts with a train crash,
Okay.
which is what we have here. And I thought they were going to I thought James Robinson was going to go, let's do the real origin. Because the idea behind the green power was, first I bring death, then I bring life, then I bring power.
Then I bring
Okay.
coffee.
And
Then I bring
the train crash is death.
Yes.
And I don't want to give anything away, but I'm sitting there biting my nails like Ed was reading the Batman book, reading it, waiting for that to come, and it doesn't come. And you'll see why. You'll see why. It should come. And I don't know whether it's going to come later or not, but it's a very intense story.
Yeah, either way, it's a unique take on a story
Yeah.
you thought you knew.
Yes.
Which is very cool.
Let's
I
leave it
got
there.
to say, unlike the Flash costume, which I hated on the cover, but loved inside, I don't like Alan Scott's costume inside.
Well, isn't it Parallax? Isn't it pretty much? Isn't it a
No,
take
it
on the
kinda-
Parallax
it kinda
costume
just
with
looks
that
like a drab
neck armor
green.
piece and?
I don't like it. I don't like
When
it.
do we become Tim Gunn? I mean, we're just like, I don't
I
like
think
it.
it's derivative of
just
something
make
they've
it,
done before.
Just do it. It looks costumey.
Well, yeah, quite honestly, Alan Kistler does some great stuff with Tim Gunn talking about fashion. I want to hear what he thinks of this. I do.
We'll have to ask him. Let us know.
Right, you also looked at World's Finest.
Yes, World's Finest, #3 with Huntress and Power Girl is also out. This continues to be really exciting and well written. They encounter, they have action, they have non-action conversations, and it's all interesting. If you'd like to give some actual backstory or something
Well,
interesting on that, you may.
Oh, I never have anything interesting to say. You like this a lot more than I have.
Yeah,
I have not been impressed at all.
You know, it's funny. I always go into it thinking, "Oh, do I really care?" And then I do. It's Paul Levitt's writing it, and it hooks me in every time. And I always think, do I really? It's two chicks on the town, and then they have something that they beat up. But the writing and the interplay is well done. I find it
Based on
interesting.
Paul Levitz's Legion, which I'm loving, I should like that, and I don't. And it's Perez, and I should like that,
Yes.
and I don't. What really shines in this book is in the middle. Kevin McGuire comes on board as the artist
Okay.
and does a little segment in the middle, which is fantastic. Both the writing and the art are amazing. But I'm sorry,
Guess it's
Perez,
just not hooking you.
Perez and Levitz just aren't doing it for me in this book.
Okay.
And I like the characters. I want to like the characters. I want to like the characters, especially by them. But
Okay.
She likes it.
So you might like it, you might not like it, but try it and see what you think.
definitely
right.
worth reading.
The New 52, we've got Detective Comics with Tony Daniel. I didn't get a chance to flip through this one, so I don't. There's nothing bloody on the cover.
And I think the villain is a new version of a Batmanga villain.
Really?
I think so.
Cool. All right, awesome. Well, I'm going to flip through and see what's in there
And
because it
just-
looks like I can.
and
Look at
just
what's
to
in
talk
there.
about Red
Did you?
Lanterns.
No, it's okay. You go to it.
All right. Also in the back, from the Batcave, we have Batwing, guest starring Nightwing, is out this week.
It's a pair of wings. They can
Pair of
fly.
wings. Right. Blue and red. Green Arrow, #11, is out this week. I will not complain about the very opening sequence. So here's, past 2 months I've complained about the first page and hadn't gotten any farther. I actually got farther in this one.
So it's further in.
So there's that.
These are the experts, folks.
Yeah. All right. I have a really long thing that I could say about Green Arrow, but that's not going to help you sell
And
the
the
books.
sensing
Didn't stop
of
playing.
Daredevil doing Green Arrow.
There you go.
Yes.
And of course we have Arrow, the TV series coming up.
This
so.
one's political. I could say that.
Yeah,
Some
there
of
you
us
go.
have been crying for our more political Ollie, and it's not he who's political necessarily, but the issue is political. So that's for good or bad. Justice League International #11. I spent all my time with other ones, so I see this as Battle Royale with a lot of fisticuffs and lots of people.
It was excellent.
I'm excited to check that out later.
It's a fight book. What do you got there? What do you got over there, Glenn?
I've got Masters
Why am I
of
here?
the Universe. Well, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe #1.
Huzzah.
Wow.
I was unimpressed when you said, take a look at it.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the cover and I said, James Robinson. James Robinson and
Really?
Philip Tan?
Really?
Yep.
And then I read it. Wow.
Did
Okay.
I read
We all know He-Man, we all know Masters of the Universe, Skeletor, the whole thing. This is a
Yeah.
very intriguing take on it.
It's the guy who wrote Earth 2.
Yes, the guy who did Starman.
So,
Definitely. Pick this up if you have any interest in He-Man or Masters of the Universe. Even if you don't, if you only have a passing knowledge, this is a great first issue.
I was a total fan in the 4th grade.
You should read this.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. It's pretty cool.
It is a new take. It is very cool, and it is honorable to what you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely check that out.
Animal Man, still fighting the rot. It appears that the aliens that gave him his powers are back. Dial H. There's another dial. Dun, dun, dun.
Another dial, like another,
Another
Yep.
H dial. Yes.
so that there's a second person can have the ability. Okay.
Yeah.
GI Combat, featuring the war that time forgot.
That's
Great book.
Cool.
Aren't you reading this? Let's see, what else we have?
Good writers. Good writers.
Yeah, excellent writers. Graham Palmiotti.
And JT Pro.
And Jake, and, well, you like Jake. He's good. He's good. He's good. Have Stormwatch, number, what is it?
Backpedal,
We up to
backpedal.
11 already? Well, no, I don't read Krell's books. It's not that I don't like it.
Right. follow
Stormwatch,
my
number
path.
11. Have a little spotlight
Sorry.
on the engineer. And I think in the next issue we get the big John Jones issue.
Oh,
And I have
that'd be good.
Before Watchmen number 1. This is the Ozymandias book. Len Wein taking on the character.
I'm surprised we made you
It's-
say that. Ozymandias.
I'm thinking.
Ozymandias. Ozymandias.
You'll see the puzzling
The
look.
the bad dude from Watchmen. Okay.
Ozymandias.
How do you say the Egyptian god?
I've never heard it spoken, so I don't know.
Ozymandias.
Is that how they say it in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
But as we know from Avatar: The Last Airbender, you can't always judge by how they say it in the movie.
And J. Lee
Because
Art.
they mispronounced all the names. But anyway, sorry.
It's an interesting backstory on the character, and Crimson Corsair, the 2-page pirate story in the back, is getting good.
Cool.
Also for the New 52, you've got the Red Lanterns, ambushed by Star Sapphire. So you've been reading this, you know, it kind of jumps in and out of the Guardians book, Galactic Guardians. That's kind of cool. We've got that, and wow.
Do they have the same writer?
I do not know. I don't think so. Peter Milligan writes the Red Lanterns. I'm going to just jump in real quick
absolutely.
for Bat folks here. Big release from DK, which is a lot of fun, book publisher. This is your big Batman World of the Dark Knight. Amazing full-color book. All kinds of crazy Bat details. You've probably seen stuff like this before. It makes this a little different. Is the first half is all about Batman and his goodies and his gear. But then the second half...
Bronze Age. They break it down into...
Yep.
Nice.
Walking through all the periods, and then inside of that, they break it down into large events. Blackest Night, they have Battle for the Cowl, all the way up to the New 52, and it even covers the alternate realities, and it talks about the Talon and the Night of the Owls. It's all in here. It's
Wow.
up to date.
DK always does an excellent job with their encyclopedias about comics.
Fantastic book. What else you guys have DC-wise over there?
I do have one more DC Comics. We have Smallville, Season 11, number 3.
I'm all out of DC.
And I go to Vertigo.
There we go. And then Vertigo, from the pages of Fables, we have Fairest, number 5. Got more about what happened to the White Witch after the Emperor was brought down.
Good when that happens.
Yeah.
And also from Vertigo, iZombie 27. Roberson continues.
The White Witch from Legion?
No,
Oh,
Lumi,
right.
the snow, the
Hey, look,
winter
there's some Marvel.
queen.
Sound you hear is the
Crickets.
train of our show moving on. Crickets.
You
All
gonna do
right.
Marvel, or should no Marvel girl do Marvel?
I'm thinking you should probably open. with
I
some
try,
Marvel.
but I'd be like,
She's got nothing.
this is the guy who looks like.
You have to take Marvel next week. You just have to take Marvel next week. This is
But
Spider-Man
I'll compare
week.
them all to DC characters, but they look a lot alike. So, you know, Marvel may not be happy with me doing that.
Amazing
There
Spider-Man
we go.
689. Spider-Man will be in theaters as this airs.
Right now, yeah.
Today?
Yes.
Today!
Yeah, last
this
night.
is the big Spider-Man week.
2 nights ago.
As you recall, last
Wednesday.
week
Is it Wednesday?
they cured the lizard,
Wednesday today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Spider-Man, wounded from his battle, goes into combat with Morbius, the living vampire.
Ooh, the lizard.
Yes. Then we have AVX Round 7. Mad Fraction, Olivier Coipel. I can't say his name. Doing a
Quite
fantastic
fun,
job. X-Men
Quite
fighting
fun,
the
yeah.
Avengers. There's some good stuff in here. There's some great interaction between Black Panther and Iron Man. Scarlet Witch has some great scenes. And the Phoenix Five are...
Sounds like a rock band.
I don't know. They're not getting along well,
Or a
which
terrorist
is not
group?
good
Yeah,
for
terrorist group.
not good for people that can bend reality at their whims.
Is it you holding off?
I'm saying, do you have any X books over there?
He has an AVX.
I have all the Marvel
Tie-in.
because once again, I got whatever's left.
Not to
So,
mean that they're not good.
just means they don't want to talk about
It
it.
just
Means that
means
we
they're
don't read them.
X books. No.
So yes, another AVX tie-in, Uncanny X-Men 15. This continues the Phoenix Five's dealings with Sinister, which is it goes off the rails here, a little strange, because of course Sinister's not just going to let it lie. You've also got from X fans, Age of Apocalypse continues. From the pages of Uncanny X-Force, you've got Age of Apocalypse number 5.
Holy cow, those are big guns.
Yes, those are large weapons. X Factor,
What?
Peter David 239. Wolverine 310, Jeff Loeb, should be fun.
Jeff Loeb doing Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah. Check that out.
Is that in continuity?
I believe it is, yes.
Wow.
But not currently. So it's not dealing with AVX. You've got Greg Rucka, The Punisher, 13. That's a straight Punisher, not Punisher in Space or Punisher Mania or Franken Punisher. It's actually a cool Punisher
Punisher
story.
selling ice cream at the ball game.
That's right. Ding, 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 ding. Invincible Iron Man, Long Way Down Part 5, Matt Fraction. This is Invincible Iron Man 520. Continuing Tony's rearranging of his business, as it were. Trying to get himself together and get out of the clutches of these new villains who are chasing him.
Business Week Iron Man.
Tony.
Something like that. Something like that. And then you've got Mind Rules Part 3 of the Hulk. Parker, this is actually celebrating the 50th Smashversary of the Hulk. So it's issue 55. Mind Rules Part 5. Folks are following
More Red Hulk. I've been watching the Avengers cartoon, seeing the Red Hulk there.
Ah, okay. You
Don't like
that. And then the Ultimate Comics, I've been holding on to this one. Ultimate Comics, All New Spider-Man, issue 12. Bendis is around Ultimate Spider-Man. He's grown on me, I have to admit. I was not a big fan of this initially. I'm liking it now. They're doing a pretty good job. He's dealing with criminal family elements, trying to be a kid, the way cool Black Nick Fury. There's all kinds of stuff going on here that he has to deal with, and he's just a kid. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good read. Kind of harkens back to the old Spider-Man's roots, but in a modern-day scenario. All right, what you got over there, Sunshine?
I've got Deadpool, number 57. So yes,
There it is.
David on Sunshine. He fights the Trapster, who we might better know as Pastepot Pete.
The Trapster.
So that's the name you disagree with, not Pastepot Pete.
What?
The Trapster is what gets you.
So it's
"Ugh."
supposed to be funny, right?
No, that's why I took on the name Trapster instead of Pastepot Pete. Anyway, this issue
It's funny, right?
this issue is a
Or like
Deadpool.
homage
Yeah.
to Mobius.
There you
There's
go.
some great art in
Funny
here.
might be the wrong,
Yeah.
but it's yes.
This is my pick for the week. Infernal Man-Thing.
He hears that a lot.
Number 1
I gotta laugh off the side.
by Steve Gerber, the late Steve Gerber. This is a story that he wrote several years ago.
But after the giant size man thing.
No. It's good. Buy it. Infernal Man-Thing, number 1. Like I said, it's a sequel to a story from the 70s. And the story is actually included in the back to be continued in the next 2 issues.
See, Elsa,
The
your
three-issue
line
series.
was, get that Infernal Man thing away from me.
Return of the Infernal Man thing.
At least it wasn't giant-sized Man-Thing.
Can't get enough of that Infernal Man
Oh,
thing.
they haven't made me cry in a long time.
Well, you know the story about that.
The story about
The
what?
story-
Giant
that
sized man
Steve
thing?
Thankfully, we're running out of
Steve
time.
Gerber would go to conventions in the 70s
Thought they told you that
and say, I got
podcast.
6 issues of giant-sized Man-Thing out before they realized what they were doing.
Nice.
Oh my
He
goodness.
thought that was a life achievement.
I'd have to agree with him.
I love how we didn't talk about that ahead of time, and you're like, all right, this is what I have. My pick for the week.
Pick for the week.
The Infernal Man
Infernal
thing.
Man thing.
It's good.
Okay, let's keep moving. Running out of time here?
Yes, sorry.
That's all right.
Wonderful by
That
Kevin Nolan.
Infernal Man thing. So Spawn, 221, with a cool, amazing fantasy parody cover, only 299 cents. You've got Invincible, best superhero comic in the universe, as says Mr. Kirkman, issue 93.
New Invincible getting baptism by fire there.
He is, and our standard Invincible is still on the bench. So
I've noticed that that's heading up to issue 100 as well.
it is.
Kirkman
It
is making another landmark.
He's doing all right. And you got Haunt, issue 24 out this week.
Joe Casey.
Joe Casey. And Hack Slash, issue 17, Bad Grandpa.
That's another favorite. I can't remember who that is.
Yes, at the moment it escapes me as well. That's why.
Nick,
Well, Tim Seeley.
Tim Seeley.
Yeah. Oh, those
Did
are
that great
great.
Ant-Man Wasp thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got over there, kids? Running out of time.
IDW Transformers Robots in Disguise. There you go.
I've got
Well, we're over 20, so we gotta go.
The Boys 68, part 3 of The Bloody Doors Off,
You will not be moved.
and a Doctor Who classic series with Colin Baker.
Okay.
All right, kids.
Yeah, for kids. The Muppets. This is a part 1 of a 4-part, The Four Seasons Spring, and it's written and drawn by Roger Langridge. So
And it's
you
the first-
know it's awesome.
Yes, and it's the first Marvel edition of The Muppets.
Okay, yes,
Correct.
sure. I don't know if that's correct or not, but this is awesome. This is so much fun. So we've got a collective Popeye classics and Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
New material.
DC. This is new material?
Yep.
Yes?
Just
Oh,
looks
this is
like
also
refresh.
Langridge. Awesome. Sonic the Hedgehog, individual and collected, volume 17, archives. Pokemon Black and White, volume 8, if you're following this little storyline.
It's a big deal.
There's Peanuts, collected edition from Kaboom.
Yep, very cool.
And Super Dinosaur, collected volume 2.
Nice.
Super Dinosaur.
The last of the trade, you've got Salem's Daughter, The Haunting, Volume 2. Allison's one of Allison's favorite books.
Big
Got
guns
the
there.
Invincible Collection, Weapons. Volume 16, Family Ties, trade. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon, it's Free Fall, trade.
All right.
Emerald Wars, Green Lantern, Brightest Day,
Brightest Day
trade
trade.
collection, yeah. Suicide Squad, New 52, Volume 1, kicked in the teeth, much like the show.
Harley Quinn's origin.
That's right. Fables, Inherent the Wind.
Ooh.
This is Volume 17. Allison's very excited.
That gets to go home with me.
It's a Fable she hasn't bought yet.
Halo,
Yeah.
Fall of the Reach by Reed. This Invasion is the hardcover collection. Wow, kids, all right.
Cool.
Don't forget, check out the cool blocks, Bundle with an Edge. You got Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, and Boba Fett while supplies last. They're tough to get.
But both Fett's dead.
Yes, Boba Fett's dead. Don't forget, collect them all. So come on down to All Things Fun. Don't forget our big sale today, July 4th, 2012. For a full list of everything that came out today, hit our website, allthingsfun.net. We'll see you next week.